Hello, good evening. Moments of True Joy. This is our second meeting. This project has just begun, and it seems like it is something for us to explore and to learn. And we met here last week, and since then, people began to share their moments. Some of you shared, I know Rivka shared, Rachel shared, Beth shared, Sylvia shared something, right? Something about your meditation, right? Irek shared. And first of all, I would like to say I have many MTJs that I haven't shared because there were so many. And I have to say that I see it as a as a therapist, as a symbol of mental health and a kind of central goal in cultivating mental health. I believe that eventually, most people are seeking for more moments of happiness in their lives, although it may be confusing what we mean by happiness, and is it a temporary experience? How does it relate to moments where we're not happy? So here we refer to this as moments of true joy, and the meaning is very important. The meaning is some kind of natural quality that we all possess, but because of layers of fear and tension and anxiety and hardships and fear and other stuff that preoccupy our minds, we tend to forget this natural ability to feel from time to time pure happiness with no reason. And once you begin to notice it, because sometimes you don't pay attention to it and it doesn't feel that important. Well, I believe it is very important because once you realize, hello, Paula, once you realize that moments of joy are natural and are coming to you just like this, it's not that you have to do something. It's not that you need to be a good person or to please someone or to fulfill an assignment or something like this. It's something natural. Now, the more you feel it a part of you, it strengthens self-confidence, the knowing that happiness is within me. It is there. And it does visit me once in a while. Now, more than just a good feeling, I believe that MTJs are also effective as encouraging and nurturing memories in other times. So the more you experience this and notice this, in other times, you can recall these moments and feel better just by remembering them. So the value is not just about reaching a point of joy, natural joy, but it's also sometimes kind of fuel station. You fuel yourself with light, with love, with self-love, natural, and then you can return to it by your memory, by your feelings. I believe after close to 30 years that I've been working in this field, the psycho-creative field that I've developed, and in which I wrote many books about and leading many courses about. This is a huge, massive knowledge that I will be happy to share with you in time, gradually. I believe, I know that psycho-creative tools, especially when you practice them and implement them and get used to them, actually get you closer to your moments of true joy. So you can improve your life, you can create room inside you through the practice, so you will experience more moments of kind of inner alignment, feelings that right now, at this moment, everything's okay with me. I'm energized, I feel passion, I feel love from within. There are many kinds of this, but more or less, this is the direction. And it doesn't have to be related to some certain event that happened. I mean, of course, if you see a nice flower or something good happens, it supports good feelings. But as you will see, the more you improve your awareness to this possibility and catch these moments and then share them, you will see that they can take place almost everywhere, unless you are in a very negative environment. Then you need to cope for emotional survival. But if you are at home, if you're in kind of neutral, positive spaces, doesn't have to be particular positive circumstances, it can come by itself. I think this is the most beautiful part. This is why I'm asking you to focus especially on moments that come just like this. And it doesn't mean that other moments are less important, but I think that this one that shows us that this is natural, that it is here with us, and that we share it with each other so we can make inspiration, I think this is very powerful. And if a community is based on this, I think we create a very positive and nurturing community. So this is the goal. And I believe for some of you, it will take time until you have these moments. Well, you did have them before, but you were too busy seeing them, noticing them. You couldn't spare some time to relax and just be with yourself and feel, oh, I feel good with myself. I feel nice in my body. I'm relaxed. I feel the energy flowing inside me. I have no reason for this, and I cannot even explain this. Well, I'm telling you, from my standpoint, that these moments are very, very important for your mental health. These are the sources of optimism. These are the sources of true hope, of the feeling that I am able to do something good with my life. I am supported. And if you want to look at it from the spiritual point of view, so I'm saying that this is a very, very short moment of a connection between the human part of us and the divine part of us. They connect. Click. Wow, I'm feeling good with no reason. It's just the God inside me says hello. A little touch like this. And the more it is coincidental and the more it is not related to something outside, you feel it more as something from the inside. This is why I'm asking you to focus on this. And on the other hand, I'm giving you tools. I'm offering you free tools to practice If you want, you can practice them together. That will help your soul reach these moments more often. So we have these psycho-creative journeys in the website. I showed them to you in the last meeting, and we can look at them again. Currently, you have there 4 journeys. Each journeys are like books, but you have them in separate steps. You can click, and then you see a text for reading. And at the end of the text, you have 5 or 6 questions. But all you need to do is reply to them, typing it in the group, and that's it. It will take you about 10 minutes. And if you do it once a day, you take yourself on a journey of self-improvement that one day will allow you to get in touch with your MTJs. For example, you have there the intuitive painting journey. So we have here Merav and Beth and Rivka that are currently students in the training program. They're going to be intuitive painting instructors. They're all leading groups now. And intuitive painting, also Rachel that is here, thank you for showing yourself. And when you practice intuitive painting as a painter or as an instructor, you do have these moments. They just come. And you are thrilled. Sometimes you even feel it before the class begins. The excitement of what's going to be there. And you know that intuitive painting, you don't know what is going to be there. You have no idea, even as an instructor, you have no idea. You are going to play and you're going to respond intuitively. And this is the place where you have intuition, creation, imagination, feeling, where all the good stuff is created for us. So one of the journey that I'm offering you is the journey of intuitive painting. Currently, you have there 12 lessons, but you will have 36. And you are invited to start. And it is structured very well, so you can free your creativity over there and let your emotion transform. And this is one of the journeys you have there. Okay? And once you do it, you can share your drawings, your paintings in the group, and also share how you felt doing them. Now, the more you practice it, the more your soul will be liberated to connect to its natural joy ability. Okay, as I said before in the last meeting, actually what we do here is kind of creating new room, creating space where we were too busy with our issues and the country and the politics and the wars and the city, etc., and the traffic and the anxieties. We didn't have enough room to hear ourselves. So the journeys that I'm offering you will help you create a new room inside you. So intuitive painting is one example. Self-love is another example. You have already there a journey with 36 steps. And you are invited to open them and start reading and answering the questions, and that's it. This is how you make the step in the journey. You share it with the group, and that's it. And then you continue your life as usual. The more you dedicate yourself to these, the more you will encounter with these MTJs. This is how it works. And I'm telling you that we don't have such community here in Israel. We have other communities. But I decided that this specific community will be international. So you are part of something new that begins here. And you are invited to ask me any question you want about this. or to share any feelings you have about this idea. I know that for some of you, it may sound a little strange or ambiguous for now. It's okay. It's okay. In my experience, the more you get into this psycho-creative space, the more you heal yourself with this, the clearer the things become, what we're saying here, even strange things like moments of true joy that just come like this. Okay? We are trained to be happy because something happens. Let's say if I'm a football fan, so if my football team wins, I'm happy, and if they lose, I'm sad. Okay, or if something nice is going on in my job, in the things I work with, I'm happy, things are okay, or I'm frustrated with things are not going okay, dependent on outside circumstances. And in many things in our lives, we are trained to put too much focus on the outside as the source of love, source of creativity, source of happiness, source of peace, when in fact, the origins are there inside us. Okay? And this is the aim of this project, to assist you in meeting these moments, to notice them, to practice yourself for them, and to share them. And the part of sharing is very important, because I am sure that, first of all, this is a great way to connect, to have a community that this is the base of its connection, our happiness moments. And because once you share it, you do something good for yourself when you share it, and you also inspire others. You make an influence on them. So one day they will also experience something similar and will share also. Okay? So I would like to thank all of you that already shared, but if you haven't shared, that's okay. When it happens to you, you are welcome to share. And I would like to invite you now to say anything you want about this idea. If you have questions, or you want to share some thoughts about this project that we have began here, I'll be glad to answer any question that you would like to ask. Okay? Or if you want to share anything, thoughts or feelings about this. Yes, Rachel.
I think you, excuse me, my bad accent in English, but I'll try. I think you answered a little bit question that I had in mind in the last week. I started to feel those moments of joy coming. And then I've noticed that I think it's moments of joy from the past, that sometimes I just recall them to bring myself joy and calm. And I didn't have a name for that. And it looked for me sometimes like going to the past, but I don't think it is. It's like when I remember them, I just feel the feeling again. And it helps me to calm down and bring positivity and hopefulness to my life.
Thank you. And this is a very important thing that I did mention it in the beginning, but I think it's very important, and I can relate it to it from many angles, two angles. The first is the kind of a precedent. So once you experience it, it is there for you as a source for the future. You can go back and kind of reactivate or relate to it. I remember a few days ago, I had a kind of gray day, not very, very exciting. I remember here climbing the stairs to my home, and then I remember the moments of true joy that I had a day or two before, and I got much better. It wasn't a complete new joy, but I got better. So it's a kind of a reservoir that we have inside us, that we can reach to it, because the current feeling that we have right now is a kind of summation of all the feelings that we had before. And if I focus my attention on positive, pure positive moments, especially those who came without any circumstances, they are available. And I can decide to get in touch with them. This is one thing. In a more spiritual way, we are talking here in our psychocreative space a lot about the concept of cosmic time. A different way to look at time. In a more spiritual way, saying that all times are actually in the now. There's no such thing as actually. Because, the past is present in our present. We are influenced by the past, and it is here. And if it is here, the only question here is, what am I focusing at? So I can focus on something that occurred a month ago and bring it to now. Because in some way it is here, but I'm not focused on it. So the more I bring to my attention these moments, I arrange them in my now. So I collect more nows that I colored with my natural joy. Okay? So it's not just about experiencing it and sharing it, it's actually adding it to the bag that I'm carrying everywhere in my soul. And one of the practices is from time to time to say hello, to get in touch. And the more you remember, if you remember the place it happened, if you remember the bodily feelings, the excitement, you can reconnect. You won't feel the same thing because these things come by surprise, but you can get better through connecting to it. Okay? And this way you also feel more connected to your intuition or to inner sources that are active, and from time to time they just come and say hello. All right, thank you, Rachel. Very important. So we actually nurture our present through noticing these moments. Even if they occur once every few days, it's okay. The more you notice them, the more you open your heart to the possibility that it can happen, even if nothing good is going on now. And I'm telling you, in Israel, it's not that simple to stay positive. On the other hand, if we manage to be positive here in Israel, it makes us stronger emotionally. I mean, if you are in a profound darkness, you need to train yourself in enlightening more strongly, or you stay in the darkness. All right, thank you. Who else wants to say something, to tell us your opinion about this?
I wanted to say,
all right,
hello.
And then Agnieszka.
Then I am very, very open and excited about this journey, but unfortunately I have to left this meeting. So thank you for today, and see you next time.
Right. Thank you, Paula. Thank you. Okay, Agnieszka,
Hello, nice to see you again. I wanted to share something about the word nurturing. What I already discovered that is very important, and I somehow like that you mentioned this. On my journey, I walk through the long healing journey. I think I'm still in this journey because I had a broken heart in my life, and I needed to be in kind of process of restoration of my heart, and it was a long process. And what happened in my life that I have somatic, psychosomatic pain in my life, and I developed something like this because I have kind of I disconnected myself with emotional pain in some point. I believe this is how I understand, at least for now. And somebody gave me advice that I need to nurture my heart and nurture my identity and who I am, and to spend time without focusing on the only useful things, with the kind of utilitarian approach, but I need to do things to enjoy the process of healing, to be patient, and to do things what I like, what nurture my heart. And during this time, I develop my painting, and I'm still on that journey of developing my painting, but also on this healing heart journey. And I started to understand how important it is to do things what seems like wasting the time. You know, like wasting the time in the positive way is actually not wasting the time.
Yes.
So this is what I wanted to share.
Fantastic. You know, even if you go to walk just like this, in times where you're supposed to do, you know, practical things, you say, no, I'm going for a walk now.
Yes.
I'm going to sit there in nature for 30 minutes doing nothing. I'm going to waste my time.
Yes.
Sounds great. Sounds like nurturing.
Yes.
And I can connect, especially from the point of view of self-love. Self-love is actually a language of inner nurturing. What have you done for yourself today? How do you speak to yourself? How do you comfort yourself? Can you forgive yourself? Can you encourage yourself? Can you say to yourself, I love you more often? Can you smile to the mirror when you see your reflection? Can you put the boundaries in your favor? You have 36 chapters journey of self-love. You can learn it, you can practice, you can remember. So I strongly recommend, and thank you, Agnieszka, because you're talking also about transformation journey that you have been through from a very low place, very painful place, and you found the strength and the courage and the patience to heal yourself. That's fantastic. So I am sure that from time to time you do experience moments of true joy.
Yes.
And when you do, I encourage you to share them. When you do it, you inspire others. We create here a kind of community language based on these experiences. In most places where you see, for example, social network, social media, most information and language is about fear, about problems, about frustration, and they are all important, but this is the main language.
Yes.
There's no much room to be nurtured or to feel optimistic or even to connect through positive things. And this is what I want us to connect here from. Okay?
Yes, I just one more thought that my discovery about nurturing was that I understood that hearts somehow need to eat, you know, and you can give him bad food or good food. This is what you're saying. The media are giving you bad food, and you are nurtured anyway, but better to choose something better.
Correct.
Because it will have influence on you.
Yes.
Anyway.
You will be fed somehow,
Yeah.
but you can choose the way, what you feed yourself with. Good energy, negative energy, something will penetrate you, but you can be responsible, or at least to balance it and to decide these things I will not consume, and I want to consume more of this. And remember that a lot of the good things that I can get are coming from within me, from a nice thing that I'm saying to myself, from going to paint, from dancing, from walking in nature, from smiling in the mirror, etc. This is also nurturing. All right. Thank you, Agnieszka. It took me some time to say your name properly.
Yes, difficult.
Overcome these letters that are not connected to Agnieszka. And now I got used to it. All right. Thank you. How do you say Rivka or Rebecca?
Rivka.
Okay. So in Hebrew, we say Rivka, and the more international name is Rebecca. My grandmother was Rebecca.
Also. What really touches me, this meeting, I feel very touched from all this meeting. I don't know, its intention, and it awakes something inside me. I'm surprised even.
Right.
I'm surprised that it's wow, it's something real, something that I was longing for, a connection like this. And I feel sitting here and this kind of touch, for me, it's happy. It makes me feel, I don't know, it's hard for me to say I'm happy, because sometimes you say I'm happy, it sounds as if silly, but it's not silly. It's something deep. It's the word happy is zol. It's cheap.
Superficial.
In these days, everyone says, I'm happy and all this, and it doesn't matter so much. But what I feel that the idea of finding the inner happiness and truth inside, it's moments that are very they are יקרים, how we say?
Precious.
Precious, yes.
Yes.
And I'm happy that it happens, and I'm here, and that's what I can say.
Thank you. Thank you. So you see that happiness creates happiness. The more you focus on NTJs, the more you focus on your happiness, the more you have happiness. I mean, much of our reality is dependent on what we focus at. And we most of the time do not realize, because we too much focus on the outside as the main influence. But actually, our reality is based on our focus, on the way we make interpretation, and the way we respond to the outer stimuli, and what we create from within. And what Rivka said is very important. And this is why I'm doing my best to explain and to help you get used to these moments of true joy. And doesn't mean that other moments are false joy. This is not the meaning, but it is something for us to search inside that is autonomous, comes by itself. It is a result of nurturing, of investing in ourselves, in making the right choices, in not spending too much in negative environment. I mean, we do have our influence, but when it happens, it just happens. And sometimes it happens to me in the kitchen, you know. I don't know why. Preparing dinner for me or to my children, or talking to my cats, to my dog, and suddenly it comes like this. And when it comes like this, it's very powerful, very pure, very unique. And then you can feel it is true joy. But it doesn't mean that other moments are not true. I mean, this is something more, in a way, natural, comes by itself, and then more powerful and not dependent on anything but ourselves. Now, Anat, Iris, Tzira, and Moran just ended something else and now are available to join us. Hello. And so we discussed MTJ's moments of true joy. We tried to figure out what it is. Tzira had some very nice sharings in the group. And now we just share our thoughts, our feelings, or questions about this. All right? So anyone else wants to say something or to add something? I told you before that you have journeys available for you. So you have their intuitive painting journey, you have self-love journey, you have intuitive self-criticism reduction journey, and you have creativity journey. All right, all these journeys will support your ability or your readiness to feel moments of true joy. This is the investment that you can make, or the self-nurturing. All right. I see that Moran is raising her hand. Let's hear you in English, Moran. You know, I see these people almost every day in Zoom, all right, when we talk in Hebrew. And it's refreshing and interesting to hear you in Hebrew, English.
So I have to get up about the ashamed that we talk in the morning. I wanted to say that I, a lot of time, feel that I don't have joy or enjoy in my life. I talk to me, I want to enjoy from my life. And I like it that I can't. When I go to enjoy, my head disturbed with things that, okay, you can be enjoyed. And after a lot of time in the psychocreative place, I feel now that even the outside of my life, the thing that happened in my life, very challenged to be happy or to be okay. And I'm okay. And it's really things that I afraid from them. And it's very hurts. I feeling hurts. And I'm afraid, and it's up and down, and it's hard, and I'm still okay because I have here I all the time, I have the book, I work 2 books today, I think, and I do recording myself in stuff, and all the time I have stuff to do. If I don't do things to the house and to my daughter,
Okay.
and
So,
it's
Moran,
even
I would like to offer you.
one thing that I don't look after a great feeling. I have even the little one that it's quiet, it's desire, but it's not blah. It's make me quiet because I usually dislike, and I
So my recommendation for you is not just to do, I mean, you do engage with the journeys very heavily, but your challenge sometimes is to do nothing. Not for your daughter and not psycho-creative, no nothing for nobody. To be in nothing space, at home, in nature, in the street, nothing. Engage with nothing. I think now that after all the work you have done, you may feel also something good in your nothing. When we are preoccupied with anxieties and obsessions, the nothing can be very intimidating. But when we start creating self-love inside us, we may need some space to let this self-love say something to us. And we need to listen for it, and we need to be available. Okay. Thank you, Moran. Who else wants to? I will also relate to something that Murad says. MTJ are sometimes just a feeling that I'm okay. And it is hard to hold these moments because we are so used unconsciously to feel that we are not okay, that we are not good enough, that we have to improve, that we have to do something with our lives, that we haven't achieved what we're supposed to achieve. These are all the forms of self-criticism. And moments of true joy is a moment where the self-criticism is gone for a few seconds. You feel, oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. I have no explanation. I don't need to explain this. I'm just good with myself right now. And again, I'm telling you, it comes by itself. Okay, Iraq, please.
Okay. Isn't it like this that sometimes, as I understand, and sometimes I feel not so good. There is some things around and inside me. And I observed one situation when I was the last time visiting people, which they are much more complicated life they have. And when I started to see the circumstances around, I see that it's sometimes when I start to do something, like speaking the good word, at the moment atmosphere around us or environment start to be very positive. So my question is this not like, we start to do something, even we don't feel like, I feel really bad, I feel not so nice, I feel horrible day. But since as soon I start to do something, to proclaim the words, good words, to act to the other people, like, for example, I was one lady, she was in horrible condition of life. And the moment I started to speak, and this hopeless around was disappear. Even in the moment came to me something very touch my heart, like touch my heart in the positive way, like, sunshine, arise all endorphin and nice things. So I'm just confusing because sometimes we can like be relaxed, waiting for this good moment, but it isn't sometimes that we are doing even everything is against us. Even things are happened, and trying to just manually or speaking or making even sometimes decision to press ourselves to make a step in the moment comes, like sunshine. Everywhere is darkness, but in us it's something what is really pleasant to us. I'm just
Beautiful.
trying to figure out of that.
Beautiful. So what you spoke about in our words and terms, you just described a transformation process. You begin in a very low and dark place, and then you do a maneuver, something you do, and you change the whole feelings. And this is a skill. And I think that I will add to the journeys also emotional transformation journey, so you can practice it more often. But intuitive painting is also a practice of emotional transformation. So what I'm saying is, it is great that you have this ability. It says something about you specific, Irek, your ability to make influence. And I think that you should nurture this ability and let it grow, okay? And the more you do it, the more you fulfill yourself. The more you fulfill yourself, in other times, by accident, you will have also new moments of joy. Because the moments of joy, it's like, as I said, a summation of many good things that we created or encountered with. So it's like we get a little prize, a little gift from within us, saying, you're good, you're okay. Okay? The other thing I want to say is it is not a job to wait for a good feeling. What I told Moran is that, as I know her, she does need from time to time to stop, to be in nothing, not because she's going to wait for something good to happen, but to balance herself, because she's very much in doing all day long. She has many duties, and she needs to balance herself with doing nothing. So there are people who will benefit themselves from sometimes to stop life in the middle of the day for 10 minutes, do nothing, rest, go outside, lay in the couch just like this. But as far as MTJ is concerned, we are not waiting for them. We are not trying to make them. We are trying to nurture ourselves in self-love, creativity, good reactions, like you say, coping with negativity. This is the work we do. And the price we get are these moments of joy. And the nice thing is that you don't only influence yourself, you also influence others. It is a great that you can do it. And when you make other people happy, it also goes back to you, of course. So I think that it is your job to explore this ability of you to transform darkness into light and to see where you can implement this more often. Thank you very much. Who else wants to add? We have about 5 minutes. So Anat is here, and Anat is intuitive painting instructor and psycho-creative coach. And she also helps me training psycho-creative coaches. So now in Los Angeles, yes, back home. You want to say something? You want to share something?
Yes, I want to say something. This group, I said it last time when we met, that it's very exciting, but seeing the process, the way how it was a little bit challenging for us, even for me, to to understand exactly what you wanted from us. And I think this learning idea or ability that to understand exactly what you wanted, I think it's so magical, these moments, and sometimes maybe they are hard to recognize, because we're so used to connect happiness with something that we did, like Eric shared. It's so much easier for us to do something and then go to, wow, it made me feel this and that, rather than just accept that there are really magical moments like that happen from nowhere, and they are completely ours. And I think it's so beautiful that you are giving us this opportunity to find out about these amazing moments that all of us really had. So thank you for doing that. And I think this group is such a special group. You know, I'm just seeing it, I'm reading it. I didn't write mine yet. I wrote it once, and I did it because, I wrote it just because I did something, and it was really hard for me to grasp it. That I know I'm going through. I was on a trip, but I'm back now, and it's much easier for me to recognize these feelings. I think it would be much easier for me. But thank you for the opportunity to grow and really take it to the next level, Pinky. I'm serious. It's really, it's amazing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Anat. And I just want to tell you that this challenge is also my challenge, because in a certain moment I realize that I have something to deliver, which I am not sure how I'm going to deliver it, but it insists. This is how I'm going to do it. And this is how intuitive painting began. I had no idea, but I knew that I had to meet these people to start working with them, but I had no idea. And then we started moving, and along the way we understood. And so I view it as a process of learning. And I think it comes together with other psycho-creative things that we do. For example, you are in the process of writing your psycho-creative book.
Yes.
And so we have a series of actions or activities that we nurture ourselves, and then there are the results. And the awareness that there is something inside us that from time to time creates a spark, says, hello, I'm here. You're not alone. You're not only human. And it gives us this through the experience, which is beyond our understanding. It comes just like this. So the more we don't understand the circumstances, the better it gets. Because then we do have this spiritual feeling, it is beyond my understanding. And it is very powerful. So it may sound complicated, but it's so simple. It's so simple. It's a matter of awareness, of let your mind be ready for such moments. Don't look for it, but be ready that it may come tonight, tomorrow, in a few days. A moment, a few seconds of, oh, I'm okay now. I'm okay now. Everything around me is okay now. And maybe in a few minutes, I will not feel this way. But currently, this is what I feel. And I think it's very important for us because the state of mind in humanity is quite a loneliness state of mind. Here in Israel, we begin in a few days in a group of recovering loneliness. And it is related to this. A part of this loneliness feeling is because the illusion that I'm only human and that's it, and I'm far away from my source, from the God within me. So from time to time, you get a kind of, hello, you're not alone. I feel you, I hold you, I love you. And it comes just like this from the inside, the way it is supposed to be. It doesn't mean that our activities to generate happiness is not important. It's very important. It's our responsibility to do more actions during the day that will generate happiness or stability or balance or creativity. I'm saying that once we invest ourselves more, we will get more of these special gifts from the universe, God, or the higher self, no matter how you call it, a kind of connection, click. And when you do it, when you feel it during meditation, or during when you write a book, Anat, and suddenly you feel something inside you, or your heart opens.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you paint, when you walk, when you cook, when you rest, it is there. And this community will help you notice them, you will share them, and then you feel the magic that they will come more often.
Well, it's just the fact that you're giving us, you stretch us. You
Yeah.
stretch us.
Yeah, story of my life. And
Like
thank you for deciding to join this. Even if it's not that clear for right now, it will get clearer with time. And I vision that in time, we will also have local groups that will meet physically to share moments of true joy throughout the world. We create a new world like this. But this is the way we begin on Zoom. So thank you all for joining us this very exciting meeting. And we will meet here every Monday, same hour. In the meantime, share your moments of true joy, share your practice in the journey, share your feelings about being in this community, and share your questions. You have these 4 options for sharing in the group. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Have a
Thank
good
you all.
day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.